What's going on, everybody? I'm here with Team Lavender's.
Ryan Boulanger.
And what'd you do, Ryan?
I came in first place at the Portland Regional in Maine on January 7th.
Awesome. And do you want to do deck profile? Let's do it.
Sure. So 3A, 3B, 3C. I'll never get why people only play 2. 2 Thrasher. The third one was Eroda, essentially. 2 Leech Gadget. 3 Hanger. 2 Terraforming. 2 Desires. It was only bad once because I banished 3 Hanger and drew Terraforming. 2 Instant Fusion. I cited the second one out a lot when I went second, but overall it was pretty good all day. 2 Twin Twister. I got tired of drawing multiple, and I decided the third one. Rhoda. And then I did Regeki Dark Hole instead of Book of Eclipse, because I felt like Book of Eclipse is only for Kieran, and against everything else it was terrible. And against Metalfoe in general, they could still fuse with the face down stuff if I didn't clear the board. 3 Barrier. It was amazing against everything except the 1 Dark Lord I played. 3 Strike, also amazing. Floodgate Trap Hole was very underwhelming, especially against Dark Lord and Metalfoe. Bottomless was pretty good, but I'd definitely take out Floodgate, maybe Bottomless if I had something else put in. And then Warning and Vanity.
Is there anything you would change in the main deck, or just the Floodgate and the Bottomless?
I'd probably keep Bottomless, definitely take out Floodgate, but everything else seemed pretty solid, so
Good.
probably get that same. Then side deck.
Yeah.
Decided 3 System Down. The third twin, Acquisitiveness for Ghost Reaper. I didn't get Reapered all day, but it came up where I was able to draw a card against BA Inferno by shuffling his stuff, which was only because I sided in, basically. But it didn't really help that much, I guess. Union Scramble for when I go first and I'm afraid of System Down becomes like a return from the different dimension. 3 Anti-Spell for Metalfoe. It's how I won the second game where I ended up tying with the Metalfoe player I faced. Cycle Reader for the Mirror, and I never drew it, but I know it's good because of locals and stuff. Gamma Seal, which honestly was very underwhelming, and when I finish my side, you'll see I didn't really have any side deck for Paleozoics, so I might take this out for DD Crow just to have something. And then 2 Maxi, which was amazing against Mermail and the Yangzing Metalfoe I played.
Oh.
And then extra. 3 Buster, Norden, Tsukiyomi, Dweller, Karen Gorgon. It's the only thing I really had going for Paleozoics. Emerald, Castel, Gear Gigant, Raph, which were for the holes, obviously. I'm not sure if I play or if I only play Bottomless. I'll have to think about it if I need to put anything else in. The Utopia package. And then I did 2 Direwolf, which I hadn't really tested before, but I wanted it just in case. I actually took out F-Zero for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't really miss F-Zero, but the only thing that came up was a second Castel might have been better once during the tournament, so it might just all be preference. Maybe I'll figure more out the more I play it, but
Awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, that's that for that. Anything you changed on the extra deck, or?
Probably just the second Direwolf. I'm going to try a second Castel for now and see how that goes, and maybe if F-Zero starts coming up more, put him back in. So.
Awesome. What was your record for?
It was only 7 rounds. It was a relatively small regional. Round 5 I had a tie against Metalfoe, and the last round I beat the only undefeated, so I ended up coming in first place after getting paired up. So I went 6-0 and 1 being the tie. So.
And what were your matchups?
Round 1 was Ty's Magispectors. He couldn't really do much. He didn't open too well. Round 2 was Dark Lord. I ended up only winning because I sided in the other Dark Hole and ended up Dark Holing Vanity's Fiend for game 3. Round 3 was BA Infernoid, and that's when I Desires 3 Hangers away, and I just skipped game 1 so he wouldn't know what I was playing, because I wasn't going to grind through all those BAs with no hanger. So I won game 2 and 3, I won game 3 because of Maxi, because he had Terra Top Tour Guide, but he had to stop. Round 4 was Mermail. Game 1 he ended with double Bahamut, double Tree Toad, or Totally Awesome, and I ended up winning because I opened double Hanger and Dark Hole, and so I baited out with Hanger and Dark Hole, and then just played with Hanger and won from there. Round 5 was Metal Foe. We had a really weird game 1 where Floodgate Trap Hole ended up, he normaled Side Blocker and called Solemn Strike because that's what he thought I had set, and then he Pendulum 4, and I Floodgate Trap Holed the 4, and none of them were Metal Foes. So he had 2 fusion sets and couldn't fuse because he had no Metal Foes. So eventually I had to clear his board to try and even do anything, and he ended up drawing into the Metal Foe to make me lose, essentially. And then game 2 was in time, and I opened Anti-Spell, Double Strike, Hanger, Thrasher, so he couldn't do anything. Round 6 was Yang Zing Metal Foes. I didn't have much to decide for the Yang Zing part, and I wanted to have Regeki for Alkahis, because that's the only thing I was really worried about. And he had 2 Yang Zings on board, and I activated Regeki. He activated both, and I chain Maxi. I drew like 5 times that turn, and ended up like winning really fast, 2-0. And then last round was the Mirror, and he was playing the Transmodify version with Galaxy Soldier. And both games he normaled C. He like his hand was terrible. He had to normal C and then Transmodify it. And the first game I went first and had Vanities, and he scooped. And then second game he did that, and I system down the Galaxy Soldier and C, and then just attacked him on from there. So and then that was it.
Awesome. Any shout outs there?
Shout out to Team Lavender for letting me borrow cards that I didn't have, and obviously be having a great time at the event. Shout outs to Jackson for always letting me borrow cards also, and yeah, that's about it.
Thank you guys for watching, and you guys have a nice day. See you later.